I'm going to tell you 3 features that you must have, or that I really think you should have when you are looking for a permanent makeup machine. And also, if you stay until the very end, I have some super important secrets that I am dying to share with you. So stay tuned. Hello, I am Maya Moore, and thank you so much for joining the More Beauty Love channel. All right, so the last couple of videos I created were about PMU machines. It's a common question that I get asked in person, through DMs, through emails. What is the best permanent makeup machine? I've created a video about the best permanent makeup machines under $200. It's been very helpful for many artists. I also did a review where I did a video where I reviewed 13 PMU machines. They were all from my own personal stash, and I even have more than that I've tried since that video. So I am like you. I really do want to have a machine that can do it all. And is that even possible? So if you are on the hunt for a really great permanent makeup machine, then you must listen to my 3 tips for finding a great PMU machine to help you achieve the best results. Okay, so the 3 tips. Here's number 1. You want to find a PMU machine that takes safety membrane universal cartridges. Now, I love digital PMU machines. They usually take a very unique cartridge needle that is specific to a particular brand. So they're not universal. A lot of times you cannot mix needle cartridges between PMU brands. So if this one digital PMU machine needle may not coincide with this one over here. Both of them may perform very well, but the cartridge needles are very isolated to the brand or that specific manufactured PMU handpiece. So you may be limited if for any reason that machine cartridge needle is out of stock, and you can't find it, or maybe your general vendor that you go to or distributor is not does not have it in stock, and you're running low, you're on your last box, and you have 20 clients this week. What are you gonna do? So if you have universal safety membrane, universal cartridge needles, you have a wider opportunity of finding cartridge needles that will fit your PMU machine. So that's why I like universal cartridge needles, and they must have a safety membrane in them. Like, that is super important that you check for that, and make sure that if you are purchasing them and you're new to permanent makeup, that you are always buying a cartridge needle, if it's a universal or a digital PMU cartridge needle, that you make sure it has a safety membrane inside the cartridge needle. Okay, and when you get your first box, take it out, break the cartridge needle open, and see how that mechanism works in the cartridge needle to make sure it's actually protecting your clients from bloodborne pathogens, as well as yourself from contaminating your handpiece. Okay, feature number 2. I really think that machines that have low vibration are really great. Also, with the low vibration, you don't want something that is really loud. Usually when the machines have lower vibration, you're going to have lower sound from that low vibration. So it's not going to be really loud in your client's ears if the vibration is pretty low. And the reason I like a low vibration PMU machine is because I do a lot of nano machine hair strokes, And I also do ombre powder brows. I do both. But especially for the nano machine hair strokes, you want to make sure that your machine isn't shaking, shaking all over the place. You know, you don't want it to be like a jackhammer in your client's, on your client's face. You want to have a lot of control, and creating a machine hair stroke is already challenging. If you've ever done a machine hair stroke, then you know nano is not easy. So you want to make sure that you don't have the added challenge of a machine that's vibrating. Your hand may already be trying to vibrate, and you don't want a machine adding to that. So if something is very quiet and very, still, then it'll give you a better chance at creating those really nice, smooth, crisp hair strokes. Even if you're doing a more pixelated hair stroke, you still don't want your machine bouncing all over the place. But if you're really experienced in PMU, and you come from maybe the tattoo world or something like that, the more powerful machines tend to have a lot more vibration. But in the PMU world, we're working in smaller spaces. We're working on the face. It's very delicate, the eye area, lip blush, lips. So it's not like we're doing a sleeve tattoo or, something massive. So, or even like a scalp. So, you want something that is more petite, a little bit more quiet, when you're working and creating, your permanent makeup services. So low vibration is always great, as well as lower sound. So it's not really loud in your client's ears. Okay, last tip. Tip number 3 is versatility. Now, what do I mean by versatility? So, of course, you want a PMU machine that's going to be able to perform a variety of services. So whether that's nano machine hair strokes, whether that's ombre powder brows, you may be doing eyeliner, you may be doing that little eyeshadow effect with your eyeliner, or lip blush, or full lips with a line on the outer portion of the lips as well. So all of those services, you might even be doing scalp, micropigmentation, areola. So you want a machine that can perform as many services as possible. That way you don't have to have, 15 different machines or 5 different machines, one for each service. So, okay, I'm going to do liner today, eyeliner. All right, so I'm going to do eyeliner tattoo. I got to whip out my eyeliner tattoo machine. No. Or I'm going to do powder brows today. All right, I'm going to take out my ombre powder brow PMU machine because this is the one that I love for powder brows. This is the machine that I love for lip blush. This is the machine I love for nano machine hair strokes. This is all these different PMU machines. Yes, you can have one for each service, but why not have something, or 1 or 2 that are going to service as many of your clients as possible? So you want to have a PMU machine that is going to be versatile from the standpoint of offering, serving a lot of your clients in different types of services that you might be doing. So the second portion of versatility that I want to cover is your stroke length. And there are different PMU machines on the market that have adjustable stroke lengths, but that's great, but I'm not necessarily talking about a machine that does that. I just mean a stroke length that allows you to do a wide variety of services without you needing to grab that new machine because this stroke length is either too hard or too soft. So what is stroke length? If you're not familiar with the term, it is the amount of power or force that it takes for your needle cartridge to move from the inside of the cartridge down into the skin. So it's like the force that takes, the power behind the needle moving out of the cartridge and into the skin is the stroke length. And the softer that is, So if it's very gentle against the skin, it's a shorter stroke length. Think of like if you're familiar with baseball, when you bunt the ball, your bat barely hits the ball and the ball just kind of falls on the ground. It doesn't get a lot of distance. That is the same thing, or that's an analogy of a shorter stroke length. So it very gentle against the skin. So a longer stroke length or a medium stroke length is going to have a little bit more force behind the needle movement, okay? And so that would be, so a short stroke length, let me just describe, cartridge needles machines that have a shorter stroke length would be anywhere from like 1.8 to a 2.5 are generally your lower stroke lengths. A medium stroke length would be anything above a 2.5 up until you get to about a 3. Once you get to a 3, you're getting into your longer stroke lengths, or past a 3, you will be getting into your longer stroke lengths. And then the longer stroke lengths would be about a 3.5 and beyond. And this is talking about PMU world, PMU machines. I'm not referring to tattoo machines because those machines are a lot more impactful against the skin. They're doing larger body portions, again, a sleeve, an arm, a full back, a whole leg. So there needs to be a lot more force in those tattoo machines, and we're not doing any type of full body work. So again, we're working on the face, areola, the scalp, more delicate portions of the body. So you don't need that amount of power. You could use it, but it would likely cause a lot of trauma in the skin when you're using a machine that has that amount of force. Bam, 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 bam. We don't need that. We want to be more gentle when it comes to permanent makeup. So a medium stroke length would be like a 2.55 up to about a 3. And if you're using something that's medium, then you have an opportunity to, you can do those services that need that gentle hit against the skin, which is more of your line work, hair strokes, nano hair strokes, line work for eyeliner. You might want something a little bit more delicate because it's a delicate area. It's like, think of the petals on a flower. That's how delicate the eye area is. So you might want something that is not as strong for that particular area. And then you get into your longer stroke length, which is around your 3.5, 3 up to 3.5 and beyond, and you're getting a lot more force. That's when you can hit a home run, and it's going to have more force and power as the needle hits the skin. So there's usually a lot more bounce. I notice with the longer stroke lengths, they make really large, beautiful pixels. So it's really great for powder. And you can just see those pixels really, really easily. I also noticed that with the medium stroke length machines, I can see those pixels really beautifully because there's a little bit more of the force that is behind the needle, the movement that it takes for the needle to go inside, close to the inside of the machine and down. There's a little bit more time that it takes, so there's a larger pixel that's created. When you get into your shorter strokes, there's less distance between the needle moving up into the machine and down, so it hits the skin a lot. The hits are a lot closer together, so you don't see those large pixels as much. You have to actually manipulate your hand movement to create those larger pixels or more space between the pixels, or you have to lower the speed on your machine so there's less, there's more time in between each tap against the skin with the needle. So I hope that makes sense. Now for me personally, I like a more of a medium stroke length because I have the versatility to do the services that are softer and like your machine hair strokes, your liner. You can do powder brows as well, a very low impact powder brows, but then I can also do more of that saturated brow. I can do, of course I can do lip blush, I can do the areola, I can do scalp. I have a lot of variety with a medium stroke length machine. When I get into my long stroke machines, not that you cannot use a long stroke machine to do hair strokes. It does take a lot more practice. There is a higher probability of damaging the skin, especially if you're a beginner, when you're using high or long stroke machines, your 3.5 stroke machines and you're doing services like powder brows where you're doing several passes over and over again, or you're doing machine hair stroke technique where you have to have that precise hair stroke and it connects with the skin for a long period of time. There's a higher chance of you creating more damage and more trauma in the skin. So I really favor more of a medium stroke if you can find it. But if you don't have a medium stroke, you definitely need to be more on the gentle side if you're going to be doing machine hair strokes. Okay, I hope that made sense. If it didn't and you got a little lost, go on and put your questions or comments down below. And this is really important, like stroke length. I didn't always understand stroke lengths and what it meant between a soft and a hard and a medium and a long and a short stroke. I didn't know what any of that meant. But once I really started, and if you looked at any of my previous videos, you notice I don't mention it at all because I really didn't understand the full mechanics of a lot of machines. But I've done a lot of research and I really do understand like what has helped me to achieve my best work out of, and what PMU machines have really been the most effective at creating those crisp hair stroke lines, or my pixelated hair strokes, beautiful soft pixelated powder brows, those are my fave, or even more of that glammed out saturated ombre brow. But what machines have worked best for me in achieving that? And stroke length played a huge role in that. All right, we are coming to the close of this video, and now I'm going to tell you that special secret I have been holding on to this whole time. Are you ready? Okay, so I care so much about machines. You all know that. PMU machine videos, I have it covered, right? So because I have wanted something that is very specialized and that will service as many clients as I could possibly think of, I created my own permanent makeup machine. Yay! I have my own PMU machine and I still cannot believe it, right? So remember those three things I mentioned. A machine that has safety membrane universal cartridges, it takes those. A machine that is not only lightweight, I didn't mention that as one of them, but lightweight, I needed to be lightweight, bad wrists, and low vibration and low sound. Yes, check, check, check. And finally, something that has versatility. I have created a PMU machine that I am so happy about. Her name is Zola, and I can't wait to show her to you. I'm gonna unveil her in just a second. But I just want you to know that she is the only PMU machine on the market that has a 2.75 stroke length. That medium stroke length that I have been talking about, Zola has it. So let's take a look. Let's just see her. Let me open, and I call her a her because she's so beautiful. Okay, so this is Zola, my permanent makeup machine. And it is just so beautiful. I'm so excited to even be able to show this to you. All right, so you see Zola there. You see the heart in between the O and that engraved M for more beauty love, because this PMU machine was definitely built with love. Thinking about all of you out there, thinking about myself and what would make my job easier. How can I get faster results? How can I do less passes? How can I get amazing retention? And I cannot wait to show you some of the brows that I've created since I've been working with Zola. It's just been amazing, which is why I had to, create this for everyone, because I want everyone's PMU machine dreams to come true like mine have. So I'm super excited to share Zola with you. So let's get into her dimensions. So she's really compact, which I love. She definitely fits in your hand. She is 96 millimeters in length, so really, really short, small. So if you got small hands, this is not going to be overwhelming for you. She has a comfortable grip, so it's a 25 millimeter grip, so it's really small. I'm going to put a cartridge needle inside just so you can see. Generally, when you're working, you should be, gripping more around your cartridge needle, so your hand isn't going to be at the top around the thicker part of the PMU machine. It's going to be lower down here where the cartridge needle is, and you're going to whip back and forth. You're going to create a solid line or whatever technique you're using for your service, but you're going to be closer to the bottom where this where the smaller portion of the handpiece is. Okay, and the motor is an 8-volt motor, and it works best between 5 volts and 8 volts. I have used it at higher voltage on the power supply than 8, but it's very, very rare that I will work that high. Most of my services, I work between a 5 and a 6.5, rarely even go to 7. So this is really great for low impact against the skin, but you got that power to help you also deposit and saturate the skin very nicely. I absolutely love this machine. Of course, you know that. And look how sleek this PMU machine is. She's so sleek and beautiful in this color. I love brown, so I wanted to definitely make her look unique, stand out on your shelf or in your drawer. Wherever you're gonna put Zola, you're gonna know that she's there, and everyone else is gonna know as well. So I'm really excited for you to experience this Zola PMU machine. In addition to this fabulous machine, we have a wireless battery that goes on the top for those of you who are like, yeah, I love, the PMU machine. However, I don't like wires. It does come with a RCA cord. It comes standard in the packaging, but the wireless battery does not. So it comes with the RCA cord to plug into your power supply. But if you are like, I don't like cords, I don't want to have to trip over anything, I don't want my wheels to roll, the wheels on my chair to roll over any cords, I don't want to wrap anything around my neck, and you prefer wireless, well, we have a really great wireless battery. It is extremely lightweight. That's one of the things I love most about it. It is lightweight. The machine is on right now, super silent. You can't even hear it. And it has the voltage here at the top, and on the side it has the bars here to let you know how much battery life you have. This bad boy powers for 6 hours. So not only is it lightweight, it also has a long lifespan. So you can get through several services using this wireless battery on this PMU machine. It's really great. I've worked all day, several clients, and never worried about my battery running out on me. The power has been nice and consistent. And that's what I really love about this wireless. And again, it's lightweight, so it's not going to add all of this tremendous amount of weight at the top of your PMU handpiece. So you will be able to work freely and not feel like, oh, I'm getting that hand fatigue. Oh, my wrist, it's dying because this battery is weighing you down like you've been working out all day. So this combination, handpiece and machine, are just a dynamic duo. We actually sell them together in a bundle, or you can buy each one separately if you would like. But again, I'm going to turn her on. You hear? What do you hear? Maybe like the nice buzz of some bumblebees. It's very relaxing. My clients usually fall asleep the second I start working because it's very relaxing. They don't feel any heavy vibrations out of this PMU machine, and the sound, it's not like a jackhammer in their ear. It's a very comfortable experience. And because it has that 2.75 stroke length, I literally get through my brows very quickly, very, very fast. I don't even numb my clients anymore. And if you've been in my Facebook group, my our MBL Brow Boss group, you've seen me do live procedures on there without numbing. Or if I do add numbing, it's at the end to create that highlighted effect for my photos. But during the procedure, not at all. Or maybe at the very, very end. Like, I do not use numbing throughout my services because Zola works so effectively in the skin. I'm very, very serious. Like, I absolutely love the performance, and I went through a lot of prototypes until I got it right. And I think you are gonna love this PMU machine. You're gonna be saying Zola, Zola, Zola. All the love that we put into this, you're gonna feel it. So I hope you click the link in the description box and check out Zola. And again, the wireless battery is optional, but it is a great, sister to this PMU machine. So that is my special secret. The secret is out. It is Zola. Yes, let me make sure it's in the camera right, because we got to get her right. Yes, there it is. Zola, Zola, Zola. And I can't wait for you to try her out. Okay, well, that's it for me. And if you've been loving this, you see this beautiful sweatshirt I have on, brows, lashes, and coffee. What more do you need? This is actually a custom sweatshirt that we created along with other great eyebrow slogans and sayings. We have brow artist hats, brows first caps. We love brows. So if you want to check out our merchandise for whether you're an artist or just an eyebrow lover, we have merchandise for you on our site as well. So that will also be in our description below. All right, well, that's it. I want to thank you all for being here. Remember, your machines have to have universal cartridges with safety membranes, okay? Low vibration, low sound, versatility of the amount of services it can provide, as well as that stroke length. It's got to allow you to do more. And we have all of that built into Zola. So I look forward to you trying her out. Until our next video, have a great evening or morning.